I forget that we don't have any music playing on this because this isn't our normal tagline night. That's our tagline thing. You know what? Let's just move over here. What's going on, guys? We are the Cinefanatics. My name is Chris Adams.
And I'm Robert Adams.
And we are doing this a little bit different than normal. Normally, we don't live stream our Schmoedown reactions. We usually record them and then throw them into some editing, do some fun production stuff, and then boom, you get to see it on YouTube. This time's a little bit different, though. Fun stuff happening over at the Schmoedown, because we're doing a Schmoedown reaction today. It's going to be for the Star Wars tournament, the play-in match. This is going to be Andre Ace Cabrera versus Josh Quevedo. And that is, yeah, like I said, they're a play-in match. So one of these two guys is going to walk into having a first-round match in the tournament. The other one's out. Reason we're doing this live is because Twitch. Everything's happening live over on Twitch for the Schmoedown, and Twitch is very different than YouTube, and so we have to do things differently.
Yeah, typically we would just pull the video off of YouTube and embed it down below. We would react to it while watching on a laptop. Haven't quite figured out how to do that on Twitch yet. The normal way that we've been told that should work isn't working. So therefore, plan B.
Plan B, yes, that is us streaming from our own computers in our own separate rooms. We both are in the same place, but hey, you know, this looks like we're social distancing in our own apartment, which is okay. Real quick before we move on to actually doing anything or talking about anything, anybody who's here, we got the Streamlabs up there. If you want to donate to us, that is one place that you can do so, streamlabs.com/cinefanatics. We also have the super chats, which
MovieFanobi's already a fan of.
MovieFanobi's already here. Let's pop that up. Adams v Star Wars. That's right. Yeah. MovieFanobi is one of our great supporters here. Also on the Patreon, which is right above your head. There you go. You can also support us over on Patreon if you have not yet. There's a bunch of tiers over there. Great place to kind of support us, help us keep the lights on, everything that we're doing here. So, hi, Fanobi. Thank you, MovieFanobi.
And then also, just because I believe we can on this, if you're not familiar with us, if you're not watching live or you are watching live, we typically will normally live stream on Tuesday nights at 9:30 p.m. Central Time. That is our normal live show. That one is called The Tagline.
Oh, look at that.
That is the show where the tagline is the title. Yeah, it's amazing what you can do on this StreamYard thing. So we can bounce back and forth between images and stuff. It's awesome.
I like it.
Mm-hmm. That gets housekeeping stuff out of the way.
Yep. Let's get on to this match, though, because what we have here is a tournament. We have a Star Wars tournament that Schmoedown is doing here. There's multiple rounds. There's a lot of things happening. It's all live on Twitch. So if you're joining us here, hopefully you already watched it live on Twitch and supported Schmoedown over there as they're trying to expand and do things both on Twitch and YouTube. But yeah, there's a lot at stake for this particular match because the winner of this goes on to face Ken Napzok in round 1. And what we have here is we have a newbie and Josh Quevedo. Has not played yet. Roxy felt very strongly that he would be great, so she, during the free agent portion, this recent free agent drafting portion, she picked him up because she's got Alex Damon and he can't play in a tournament since he's already got the belt. So she needed another Star Wars player. That way she could get some points on the board for her faction during this time. Very necessary since she's not too high up in the rankings right now.
Yep.
On the flip side, you also got Andres Ace Cabrera, who has already had an Intergeekdom match against Robert Parker. I mean, it was against Robert Parker. There's a whole lot of hype around him. Everybody expected Robert Parker to be the winner of that, and he was. So Ace I honestly think that Ace had a decent showing for his first time out in that. But this is a different division, a whole completely different division. This is the Star Wars division, which we expect to be somewhat up Ace's alley since he was one of the few co-hosts of Jedi Council. So what that means is that we're expecting him to know some Star Wars here because he was right there with Ken Napzok. Which, let me tell you, if Ace wins this, he gets to face his co-host from Jedi Council. And there's a whole lot of fun stuff that we could see coming out of that. So, you got anything to add here? We got a long,
that sounds good.
One. So.
Yeah. I mean, they're both relatively new people. So, other than we've seen Ace already compete, we really don't know that much about what they know in Star Wars.
Maybe if you haven't listened to Jedi Council, so you don't know what Ace knows from that either.
So the other thing I'm wondering as well is here. This is also the first, other than the exhibition matches. This is the first like full-on competition that we're seeing that is being done through this streaming because of the social distancing time that we're in.
Yep.
What I'm wondering is, does sitting at your computer at home have any, like, does it have a more calming, a more better effect on you than actually being in the studio under the actual studio lights? Now, again, these are two people we really haven't seen compete. Ace competed once against Robert Parker in the studio. So that whole thing may be just completely broken in for him. But as we go on through this tournament, we're going to see like the higher level competitors who have been in the studio. We know like they all have pretty good knowledge.
Yeah.
Are we going to see a difference in them being in this home environment rather than the studio? How's that going to affect? That's more of like later on down the line, but I just saw that and I wanted to contribute something. So there you go.
Yeah, I got something to say. We're going to see that strongly. Your point strongly when we get to Molly Damon versus Adam Witt, because we saw Adam Witt in the studio, and we know that Molly Damon's only match that she's had so far has been that fatal fagway in a live setting. Yeah. So we're going to see the biggest difference there, I think, between how Molly Damon plays there and how she's going to play in this tournament from the comfort of her own home. Yeah. So with all that said, you got anything else?
Yeah. Who do you got?
Ooh, who do you got? That's a good one. Honestly, looking at this one, I mean, we come to the scenario like we've always come to in past matches where a new person that we have not yet seen is playing. We don't know Josh Quevedo's knowledge. He seems confident from what he's told Roxy, but what it sounds like to me is that you want to bet on Ace on this one, because Ace has done Jedi Council. We see him constantly on a computer in a movie space. We don't know where Josh is from, what he's about. So I'm putting bets on Ace on this one.
I would have to agree. I fully believe that Ace is the place for Star Wars knowledge, and that's where I'm going to go with. So, and I'm going to say that completely like deadpan without any kind of reaction on my face, that I believe Ace has probably got this one as well.
I feel like we made that joke last time Ace competed, but okay.
That's probably one of those that's always going to get made.
Yeah, probably. That might just become a tradition. Real quick. MovieFanobi says Ace's knowledge may be more focused than full intergeekdom. That's very true. I mean, I think that's the case. I think he's gonna have more in terms of Star Wars than otherwise. So, we got a couple more here before we get started. Brian Nussbaum says Laura will win this whole tournament. I don't know. Here's the thing: we don't have a bracket to show up right now. Usually, we create a bracket for a tournament. We don't have our bracket or our separate brackets or whatever we're going to create. We're going to wait for after this play-in match, and then we'll do the full bracket for the next ones. But I'll give you a hint real quick. I don't have Laura winning this whole tournament. I have her losing in the first round to Sean Sullivan. So that's where I'm going to come from here. Could be wrong. Could be very wrong.
Here's the thing. She got really close at Spectacular. I mean, for the most part, her and Alex were pretty much like answer for answer, shot for shot. That speaks volumes on her knowledge. So, yep, that was the only match during Spectacular that didn't end in a KO or a TKO. So that should say something, especially against Alex Damon. But real quick, Eric Chan. I've not seen this name in the chat before, so welcome, Eric Chan. Glad to have you here. I still think Andrew Demolanta has an edge. That might be true. I mean, he's got a lot of fire underneath him right now, and of course, we know that he's got a lot riding on him to keep the Finstock Exchange in that number one place in the rankings right now. If he does anything but win, which means lose, because that's the only other option. If he does anything but win,
the Finstock Exchange will inevitably fall in the rankings during this tournament. They could get back up there during Inner Geekdom, but that remains to be seen. Anyway, enough chitter chatter. Let's jump into this thing.
I wanted to chitter chatter.
No more chitter chatter.
None of sound like old grandpas.
Right. Guys, this is our first time doing a screen share type thing, so let us know if there's any audio issues with this, and we'll try to do it live. We'll try to fix it live. So
do it live? Yeah. As you can tell, we're going to skip the 15-minute countdown.
Yeah. We might skip some stuff at the end, too, because I know they do like a Q&A type thing at the end after the match is over. So
yeah,
to save time, we will be just doing the match here.
Welcome back.
Wow.
Be a Schmoedown fans. It is the tournament. I am Christian Harlow.
It's like a StreamYard inception here.
I'm telling you, man.
This is going to get confusing.
Doing this for a while now.
Look, Christian's on our stream. Wait.
Know how virtual Schmoedown
Yes, Fanobi.
Yes, we are.
If I've seen as much hype for the league as I have seen.
Y'all let me know if the video's too loud or if we're not loud enough or what's going on.
Something special today because I looked in my dresser. You know, it's
I feel like it is.
Star Wars shirts, some of which I borrowed from you and never returned. And I said, what?
I didn't know Mark had windows behind that table.
So you know what I did?
He's usually got the curtains closed.
Yeah, it looks like just like a shrine to whatever pop culture geek knowledge stuff that he has back there with the curtains.
We have
That's
so
funny.
much more room for activity.
I think you look like a Star Destroyer, to be completely honest with you.
Thank you.
Right. And look,
I mean, he kind of does. The black.
really hype.
I mean, technically, the black on me also.
When you look at free agency.
Yeah.
And free agency, when
He's a bit shinier on
players
silver than I am.
left and right, and then there were big trades that happened, and it really was the introduction of these factions and how the teams are working that led us to this decision to do this tournament in general, right? Because we didn't know. We tried out with the exhibitions. The exhibitions turned out to be some of the greatest matches we've done so far. We said, well, you know what? Maybe we can do this virtually.
Yeah, with the excitement we were generating remotely, though it may be, in those exhibition matches, I think that
Trying
was
to mess with the
perfect
audio
time. That
because
was
I can't hear you talking. I can only hear.
We know that the world right
You
now
can't hear me at all.
I can hear you now.
So
Oh.
we got a little bit of NASCAR.
That's right, guys. You are watching us learn how to use StreamYard for this type of thing.
We know how to use StreamYard.
Well,
We just haven't done this.
We just haven't done a screen share. We got my marker ready and everything. It's not even time yet. Got a while still.
Yeah, me too. Now, look, if we can take a look at the faction standings, because this is really
Glad to have people here live with us.
starts here.
Yeah.
There's
There's a lot of people streaming right now, and I know you had a lot of options, and we really like the fact that you've
we
picked
know
us.
that they're in first place, but they're not in by much. I don't
We know there's many streams out there you could be watching, but
We don't.
You chose to stream with
You
us,
chose to stream with us.
So we
and we
have,
thank you for that.
ready to go. There's the Finstock Exchange. They have
But since we got people
they're
here,
in the lead.
Apparently, Chris Adams is number 10 on this list here
But
under corruption.
flag, 10 points right now. And they have Andres Cabrera in this thing today. Now, remember, this is a play-in match, so this match is
I
only
mean,
worth 2
technically we could
points
do that, but
should Andres win. However, if he wins
not really.
by knockout, it's 3 points.
not really in the way.
Swag would find themselves, if Andres wins today,
Let's get ready to bro down.
they're tied for second. However,
Absolutely.
Josh, who is, I've known him for a bit. I've known him as he's a good guy. He's a Star Wars guy. I mean, I've met him at some
I'm a fan of this
I mean,
idea that we
he
can
knows
both
his
control
stuff.
literally
He's
everything.
kind of like an
I know, I do too.
Roxstars. They have 6 points. Roxy
We're going to be
made
fighting
a
each
move.
other over
Roxy
things.
made a big move. She traded Josh for JTE and a 3rd-round pick for in next
Oh,
year.
Sardi's asking us how we're doing. We're doing great.
Will JTE
Doing great, Saudi.
play this season? Maybe, maybe not.
Thanks
We
for
know
asking.
that
How are you
Josh
doing?
is. If Josh turns out to be some Star Wars superstar, Roxy is going to look like the
My
manager
ankle hurts.
because she's got 6 points here, Mark. If she
You always
gets
got to
Josh
find
win,
something.
If he can do it by knockout,
Oh,
puts the Rockstars in 4th place.
Love this, Christian.
Audrey, that sounded like a commercial. During these unprecedented times, thank you for streaming with us. Absolutely.
And you talked about Josh, and you mentioned the unknown factor. We don't really know what this kid has. Sure, you met him at Star Wars Celebration, as did I.
You know, there's a lot of struggles you're having out there in the world
How
today.
much of that knowledge can you apply with the moment?
We hope that we're not one of them.
I don't think if the chat room was underestimated, it's the same thing as said for
We're
age.
glad you stopped by
Another buzzsaw
to help fund the nonsense.
earlier this year. So
Side effects of watching the Cinema Fanatics may include
If you watch his interview on backstage recently, he's
not catching the thing.
You and I have known Ace for
nausea, diarrhea, headaches, sore joints, low gas
one of
mileage.
the best people that I know.
Absolutely
He's
low
also
gas
a
mileage.
competitive dude, and he wants to win. But he's also, he said it, he wants to do it not just for him, but for his faction. And that's the kind of guy that Ace is. I don't know what Josh wants to do. I don't know the kind of conversations he's having with Roxy. I have no idea. He's, I'll tell you one thing that I like about him. He was one of the first people on time today.
He's no Bonnie Somerville.
Because given how much water that kid's drinking, he's going to have to pee by round 4.
I think he's actually in the bathroom right now. All right, look, we know that there is some hype behind this match. We can see it. There's almost 1,600 people watching at the moment right now. Let's see how we go.
There's only
7.
only 7.
I'm
Ooh, we
happy
doing
to have
promo?
it. Yeah,
How's this work? Are you kidding?
nice.
Hi, movie trivia, Schmoedown fans.
Uh-oh.
I just wanted to say,
She's Stargirl?
Hush.
What's going on, movie trivia Schmoedown fans? It is I, the Jester.
What is up, Schmoedown fans? It's your boy Ace here, representing the Swag Fact.
that's all.
Yeah, there we go.
I keep missing what you're holding up. I'm watching the video.
I was saying you muted the whole thing,
I know,
including the screen share.
because I don't want you to talk here, Russ.
And I'm going to bring that fire like I'm coming straight out of that Mustafar pit. I'm going to drip that lava all over you, bro.
And the melting skin.
Swag, but doesn't mean you got game.
Ace, coming for you. I don't know you personally, but I hope I get to do so when I win.
I'll tell you this right now. Josh, I hope the force is with you because my boy Ace is on the continent. Good grip.
And I'm telling you right now that I'm representing the best faction, and I'm going to bring it for the best faction. Let's go. Swag out.
All right.
So
I
real
made-
quick before you talk into that, you muted
Hold on.
the screen share.
I can't wait. I cannot
Do what?
wait.
You muted the screen share. Nobody heard that entire promo. You muted me, but you also muted the screen share.
Because I muted myself.
And if
Yes.
you watch the match that happened
Ah,
not
well.
long ago, Winston Marshall got down.
We're doing it live.
Uh-huh.
We thought, but no, he handed an L to Roxy Stryer. It was a bold move, Cotton, but it paid off because he won that match. It has caused a lot of strife, and I'm going to bring in both managers right now. Let's start off with Winston Marshall. There he is, and Roxy Stryer as we begin to go here, ladies and gentlemen.
What did he just pour?
Look, this is a new rivalry. Winston has got one on you. I know that you do not like to lose. I know how much that you went out and recruited Josh to shove that L back at Winston. How you feeling?
I'm sick and tired of holding this L, and I'm ready to give it right back where it belongs. It's exhausting to carry that L, and you can take it right back, sir, after this match. I have no doubt in my mind. Josh Quevedo is about to be one of the favorites, not only in this tournament, but in the entire league. He is the jester for a reason, and I'm telling you guys, you're about to be smoked.
Winston, you got to follow up to that. I mean, look, Ace took a big hit in his last match, but you said it. You put him in Star
By the way,
Wars.
if you need to tell me anything, there is a private chat.
He wanted this match. He wanted this
Oh
match.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
you gave it to him. So you trust in Ace, obviously, but you can talk about your rival.
By the end of this tournament, we'll
But
be
I also wanna
professionals
know
at
how you
this.
feeling about Ace's chances.
I feel great for my boy. I mean, first of all, Roxy, I do appreciate
appreciate you offering to give the L back. The Winston doesn't. So don't really need that, but I do appreciate it. I have so much faith in Ace. It's ridiculous, honestly. And it comes from the fact that when someone comes to me after they feel like they failed and they go, I am going to rectify this. Thank you for believing in me. I want to win for you. That's all it takes.
Oh, I know, and I feel bad.
Winston's got a beautiful bedroom.
Adorable.
Little cute face.
I think he just moved too. He's got everything set up. That's cool.
Sucks that he wants it. Yeah, that sucks for him. I do feel bad.
When this is over, I'm gonna have
Dang, Roxy is such a heel.
The ladies will be waiting.
You know, it looks like Ace has taken some cues from his manager. That was more trash talking than you and I have ever seen out of Ace. So I just want to quickly ask Winston, I see Roxy's promo vid, and I see that she always appears from a position of power. Right now, she looks like a boss in the Devil Wears Prada. But you, Winston, your promo vid is filmed in front of a refrigerator and a switchboard. Are there metaphors that we're reading into there?
I mean, yeah, first of all, we say ice cold, baby. That's what's up. And second of all, we go ahead and sweep people away. So, go ahead and two-way for that up. That's what I'm saying.
All right, before we let you go, real quick here, how much
You gotta respect Winston for that one.
If Ace can win this match, you'll be tied for second. If he wins by KO, you'll be in second place solely. How important is this match right now?
Oh, it's absolutely huge. But here's the thing.
I'm actually really impressed how like people like Winston and Roxy have taken to being a manager.
Well, Roxy's been one for a while, but like, talking about like Winston since he's new.
Here too, because Roxy
Yeah.
had a little bit of a bump. This is massive.
Yeah, Winston, Koi, like everybody who's a new manager this time around, they're all doing fantastic at being that managerial mouthpiece.
All the
Mhm.
pressure in the world, and good thing he thrives on pressure because he needs this and we need it too. This is no joke.
I like to think you
right now. You guys
you have
can
to
dribble
credit,
away right down.
Christian for that eye on talent.
All right. Well, thank you, Winston. Thank you, Roxy. Mark, I think we're about to get ready here. Are you ready to go?
Christian, baseball can continue working out their union. Basketball can plan to play at Disney World. We are live. We are a sport. We are right now. Let's get this thing going.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown.
Nice.
I think Christian held that a little bit longer since he's in his home studio.
Introducing first, representing the Roxstars,
I love this theme so much.
making his Schmoedown.
This is probably my favorite faction theme.
debut.
Mhm.
Give it up,
I'm probably a bigger fan of the corruption theme.
Josh, the Jester.
It's the shipping up to Boston part.
Oh, yeah.
There he is.
Schmoedown, what is happening?
Quevedo in the house. Man, listen, we've been trying to get
There it
you
is.
involved in the Schmo
God, I love this thing.
universe for a long time here.
Yep.
One, we got you. How did we make it happen? Why was Roxy able to get you to compete?
Yep. She did it. She got it. She got me here, and I'm ready to win, man. I am ready to win. I'm ready to grab this.
You got any words to Ace before we start here?
Ace. Like I said, seemed like
Well
everything
said.
got ready to win, man.
All right.
I'm ready to get the high
Bring
ground.
Ace out here.
I'm ready to take this title
You've got the Hannah talking down.
to Pit Boss. So I am ready.
No,
I am
Hannah talking would be.
ready to go. Let's do this, man.
All right, here is the Jester. Thank you so much. Like it a lot. All right.
Imagine that going on for 7 minutes.
And his opponent.
Would be nice to have the lung capacity for that.
Swag, drip, drip. Where's that? There it is.
Representing
Drip, drip.
Swag.
Drippity drip.
Making his Star Wars.
I like the way you work it. No drippity. Got to bag it up.
Good to meet you again.
He is Andres Ace Cabrera. Andres
I'm feeling
Ace
it.
Cabrera
What's up?
No royalty here. There he is. What's up, my man? How you doing? How you feeling? It has been a rough road so far, but you seem like you got a new energy to you.
Oh man, I'm so excited. Honestly, man, this is it's redemption time for me, man. Obviously, Robert Parker did his thing against me, but now Star Wars, I'm energized. I'm ready to go. I'm excited. I'm doing it for the faction. I'm doing it for myself. This is a lot. I'm excited.
All right. Well, there you go. You got Andres. You got Josh. We'll bring Josh back into the room here as the set. We are ready to go. Mark, it is time here. Can we give the rules for?
We certainly can. Christian, the rules of round number 1.
Wait, quick, cut the camera.
Star Wars match.
Yeah.
In round number 1, you're going to have 10 questions from 10 different corners of the celebrated galaxy far, far away. As soon as we ask a question, you have about 15 seconds to please write down your best attempt.
This is like very well set up for the StreamYard, for them to do this for StreamYard.
Just realized I can't mute my mic to cough.
Into your microphone / webcam.
You can mute the physical microphone.
There is no stealing.
That's true. I could. Could cause an echo,
Each
though.
contender does have 3 usages of the JTE rule, named for famous Wisconsin bounty hunter Josh Tapia.
It's freaking me out because I'm like, I didn't click on that.
Yeah.
Use a JTE rule. You also have 1 challenge to use at any point throughout the 3-round match. Christian, back to you. I did not read those rules off the screen. I had my eyes closed, just like.
I mean, people can put answers in our chat.
Well,
I
there's
don't.
a few other
I don't
things
care.
to let everybody know because
I'm gonna write down what I think.
Well,
I'm
I
not
think
gonna look at the chat while answering.
I think there's enough delay that by the time the chat actually answers it, they would have already counted down the 15 seconds.
Yep.
That's probably.
Typically, I think there's like a 20 to 25 second delay. So
Yeah.
Do it, but
That could be true.
the 15-second countdown will be done before the chat's able to respond.
that for the chat. Do not. Also, Ace, want to remind you, please, if you have Twitch open, please close it down. And want to make sure that you only have the private chat open. Do not have the chat open in case the audience decides that they left one slip and they put.
That's a good question by Fanobi.
Yes, because I am much older. I have definitely seen the Star Wars movies more than he has. In fact,
You sure about that?
I'm almost certain I've seen the Star Wars movies before he was even born.
Yeah, but I could have watched them more during my lifespan.
Ace, are you ready?
Not likely.
I have the Blu-rays.
To Schmoedown.
And I've had them on VHS. What are you talking about?
You haven't been able to watch VHS in years.
I had the original ones before Lucas messed them all up.
The Sith. Upon Chancellor Palpatine's reorganization of the Republic as the First Galactic Empire, Senator Amidala notes, so this is how liberty dies with what?
Liberty, 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 liberty.
I love Ellis. I also love questions that are easy right out the gate.
Yeah. You might have to turn the stream up. Oh yeah, I don't have access to it. Yeah, you might have to turn the stream up a little.
Thunderous applause.
Yes, sir. And Andre,
Thunderous applause.
1-1. There we go.
All right, I put applause.
Thunderous applause.
Does it have to be thunderous applause? Did I need the adjective in there too?
Ask for the actual quote.
Episode 7.
Okay.
Query: what part of BB-8 did Rey repair when she first met the droid on Jakku? Christian, I give you 1 planet to never visit in the world of Star Wars.
Yeah.
20 you take it.
Probably Mustafar.
Okay. And I believe I still have a spare bedroom on
4, 3, 2, 1. 10 down, and we go with Andres.
Antenna.
Yes. And Josh?
Antenna.
2-2. Bam. Good start. Look,
Antenna.
good start.
It's GPS.
See Roxy screaming.
No, his antenna.
Very excited. I love the hype and how it looks really pumped. Okay, next one. The Empire Strikes Back. Here's question 3. By her own admission, what would Princess Leia rather kiss than Han Solo?
Christian, we owe The Empire Strikes Back a big congratulations. Do you know why?
Why is it the best movie of all time?
Because it was just recently named number 2 on the greatest Star Wars films ever made list. That's impressive.
3. I'm going to mute you soon. 2 and 1. Pens down, please. And we start with Josh.
I'd rather kiss a Wookiee.
That is correct. And Andres.
Yeah.
Wookie.
Okay. 3-3, everybody.
Wookie, that can be arranged.
She did it all for the Wookiee.
Your next one, episode 1, The Phantom Menace. In the film, impressed by Anakin's pod racer, his friend Kitster exclaims, "This is so blank."
Oh my gosh.
Oh, jeez.
That's the word we're looking for. So blank. I wouldn't like being called Annie if my name was
It's
Annie.
like the most off the wall word, too.
Can you not remember it?
Turn me to a dark
I don't remember.
Really?
3,
Wow.
2, 1. Pens down.
Like, this is all marbles or whatever.
Wizard?
Yes, it is.
Wizard, yeah. Okay.
This is so wizard, Christian.
It's just so wizard, Annie.
Wizard.
Scrap.
Yeah. Completely blank.
This is a scrap. This is a scrap. Now, this is pod racing. You're 4-4. 4-4. All right. Here's the next one.
Now this is
Rogue
pod racing.
One. Who voices K2SO?
You should get this one.
Christian, have you softened your
Who
stance
voices K2SO?
on Racing
Yeah.
Phantom Menace? I love that.
No. I mean, no, it just doesn't. No.
Come on.
All right. So sorry. So sorry. And I'll
Why
tell
am I
you
blanking on his name?
4,
Because we're doing it live.
3,
Unhang of it.
2, 1. Pens down. And Josh.
Alan Tudyk.
And Ace. Sorry.
Alan Tudyk.
Look at this.
I had Alan.
Alan Tudyk.
Alan.
Alan.
I knew it was the guy from Serenity and Pirate Steve. I couldn't pull his last name.
So far, when it comes to doing things live, I'm better than you.
If they were made perfect for all 10, then they will be asked a bonus question. We're not there yet. We are at the greatest Star Wars film ever made. Return of the Jedi is the next category.
Agreed.
Absolutely. The best
Agreed.
Star Wars movie ever.
As a skiff guard in Jabba's court.
Wait, what?
Who's disguised as a
I would
skip
say
guard?
Jabba's Palace is the closest representation to an outer space comedy club in Star Wars.
Yeah, I'd say, especially with that silly song.
Or Jabba's the club owner in the back, like
3,
hear the Jamie Masada smoking.
1 point. Pens down, please. And we go with Andre.
Lando.
Yes, it is. And Josh?
Lando.
Lando, okay.
Lando Calrissian.
Lando Calrissian. Call me Billy D.
Yeah.
The Rise
Scrubs.
of Skywalker. After Luke's death, who does Rey continue her Jedi training under?
Am I going to get a perfect round?
Mark, how many times you seen The Rise of Skywalker?
I'm going to get a perfect first round, aren't I?
You know,
You've been doing good so far?
watch it when it was
So far.
on Disney+.
You have to tell me later. 2, 4,
I didn't get it in.
2, 1. Pens down, please. And Josh.
General Leia.
Yes. And
Leia.
yes, that is correct. 7-7.
Leia.
They are fighting it out. They're duking it.
What a bunch of nerds, Christian. Your next question is in episode 2, and that is when the clones attacked. Question.
Huh.
When Obi-Wan begins his search to uncover the mystery of the assassination attempts, what clue does he trace back to Kamino? Ooh, I like that. That's a deep cut right there, Christian.
A little bit of a tougher one, yeah.
What clue does he trace back to Camino?
Yeah.
And 5,
Is it
I got it.
answer?
3, 2,
It's a death sticks.
1. Hands down and 8.
It's a Camino Saber Dart.
That is correct.
Ooh, very
Josh?
specific.
I put in Saber Dart.
That's all right. That's the dart. That counts. All right. So,
All right, sweet.
Dart.
I'll put poison dart.
all right.
We're
Yeah.
gonna count those.
We're going to count those.
We're gonna count those.
From The Last Jedi. Question 9. The Last Jedi. Here we go. Who appears as a Force ghost to Luke on Octu?
I think we got to go there before it's all said and done, right? We should do a Schmoedown.
There's 10 questions, aren't there?
Irish Island. Do you think they'd let us?
I guess.
Because we're on number 9 right now.
Do it.
That's some confidence, man. We're featured on Twitch.
That's true. 5, 4.
Is this going to be played like a championship match? Is there like 5 rounds on this?
Hands down.
No.
And Josh.
Master Yoda.
Yes, sir. And Andres.
Yoda.
So we see ourselves at 9-9, Mark.
Yoda.
Yoda.
It's the reason why these two guys are here. If they get to this point, they both will get the bonus. And we're going to find out right now.
Yeah, there we go.
It is indeed, Christian. Ace.
This is my perfect round.
The last question for a bonus question, if you get this one right, is in the world of where it all started, episode 4. In A New Hope, during the Death Star battle, whose fighter spins out of control after colliding with a wingmate? I'm going to go ahead and call you wingmate for life, Christian.
I'm with you there, buddy.
You want to go to a trench sometime?
Sorry, I thought that was 5,
Shoot.
4, 3, 2, 1, and Andres.
Is it it's Vader?
Yes.
Oh,
And
that,
Josh. Vader.
that's
All right,
stupid.
perfect round
That would
so
be
far
Darth
for
Vader.
Josh
I was
and
thinking the rebel side. I put
Andres.
Biggs.
So now they get a bonus question.
I wasn't
Both have to write
thinking-
it down because they both are perfect.
I wasn't thinking
here so
Empire.
far.
Dang it.
Gentlemen, are you ready for your last question? All right, here we go. This is a Patreon question. The following comes to you. No, it does not.
Still try to answer it anyway.
But I'm wrong.
It's me.
I'm so
I'm
mad.
patron.
So mad.
Yeah, okay, the following question comes from Mark Ellis. All right, here we go. Here's the bonus question.
So dumb.
In The Empire Strikes Back, who did Han threaten to make a permanent resident of the Hoth base?
C-3PO?
I think I'm going to light myself a little differently next time, Christian. I'm bordering on George.
Resident Hoth base.
I would think.
Yeah, okay. I think so. Yeah, I like
Probably.
it. Yeah,
I think it's 3PO.
Vegas in that outfit.
A little offensive.
Are you doing the whiteboard on that one?
No.
3.
C-3PO seems to be the only person he ever threatens.
Now, please, and Josh.
3PO.
Yes, it is. And Andres.
3PO.
Yep.
We have an 11-11 game, my friends. 11-11 as we finish up round number 1. Roxstars, and look at Rock. I can see Roxy holding her head. She's on the edge of her chair. And speaking of which, we can actually see both men. Roxy, how you feeling?
I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. The Jester, you're amazing. Just keep going.
I love this.
We're going to take him down. He's going to slip up eventually. This is so tough, Christian.
I was the whole time I was like, woo!
I actually want this for the studio matches again.
I love this.
Can we, like, in the studio, can we have like 2 chairs set aside for like the managers to sit in, and we just have like a live feed to the like managers' reactions?
Yeah.
Before we do that,
Get another manager camera.
Josh,
Yeah.
because Andres, you are tied here, and you
Appreciate
are,
you keeping the score for Novi, but I don't think we're using whiteboards for the rest of this, so it's going to be a little bit harder since we're just going to say them out loud.
I'll defer. You're going to defer.
Hold on a second.
Okay, Christian.
Unless you want to take,
Why don't I give the kids a little bit
one of us want to take aces and the other one takes the other one.
Yep.
Not that they have
That could be
been
fun.
coached spectacularly by their coaches. In round number 2, it's the wheel round.
Maybe we hash the details of how that will work, not while we're actually live.
I'm just saying we could just go for it now.
Once you put it on a category,
No.
and Ace, you are
Heads or tails?
5 questions from said
Aces,
category
heads.
When it's your spin, each question is worth 2 points.
You have a 2-headed coin over there.
No, I have the action coin.
In round number 2, so if you're not sure the answer to
Heads or
the
tails?
question, you can ask
Whose heads and whose tails?
choice. We'll get
Aces,
to
heads.
one of which
No.
is
What
answer.
on the coin is heads or tails? Guy
That's
or
what I'm asking you.
1. Christian,
Heads or tails?
they all have
Well,
their,
heads is Bateman. Let's go with that.
They all have their challenge.
why is Bateman the head?
I don't know. Pick one.
Oh no, it's a digital wheel.
I am
Some of the top. Some of the top.
Bateman and Ace are heads.
For now.
It looks so beautiful.
Whatever.
So Roxy.
No tails.
and-
I'll,
There we
I'll
go.
take
Now you guys
Guy.
say go. Let's spin that wheel.
Give it a spin, Josh. There you go. Use your mind.
I'm like,
Jedi mind tricks on the wheel.
Well, I flipped Bateman, so you go Ace.
Because you're amazing.
okay.
hold one. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
Who was gonna pick anyways?
So my
again.
yeah.
Okay, spin again. Here we go. Yeah, you can come in now. While you're here.
That noise.
This wheel does look a lot better.
That's right on the oak there.
Is that possible?
Yeah, so you have a choice here. The way that's going to work with on the edge, you have a choice.
Zoom in and enhance.
Heroes and villains. Let's do it.
Yeah, baby.
All right, we're going to bring in.
Got this.
All right, Roxy, thank you. So now we are going to
Deuces, Roxy.
Wait, so did they just let him pick like which one of those two he wants?
Yeah, they're not going to do that for later matches. They're just doing it for this one. They talked about it on SCN today.
5 questions.
Ah.
At the start of the film The Last Jedi, Poe makes fun of General Hux by replacing Hux with what insult?
His mother.
That is incorrect. So for 2-point steal, Andres, you can just 2
I can't remember.
You can just tell us within 10 seconds.
You know, forget the coin. We'll both answer.
General Hugs, as in giving hugs.
Christian, that's a huge steal early in round 2.
big 2 points.
I wanted to try to do it, but we still have to
All right, next
fight them
question
on time. So let's just
for-
do like normal.
Yeah, that's how I was like, just
A rebound to tie Andres. Your next question.
Trying out things, guys.
Which
Trying out
member
things.
of the Rogue One squad dies while activating a master switch during the Battle of Scarra?
Donnie Yen.
The character though.
Chiri.
Imwe.
Yeah, that one.
You repeat the question.
I certainly can. That's first.
Yeah.
Which member of the Rogue One squad
Sure,
dies
yeah.
while
One
activating?
of the members of the Rogue One squad dies. All of them.
Yeah. Spoilers, they all die.
5, 4.
Watch one of them show back up in The Mandalorian, right
Second.
next to Boba Fett.
Of the Rogue
Yeah.
One squad dies while activating a master switch.
Probably just be
during the
K2SO
Battle
at
of
this point.
Scarra.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nothing. All right. So
Yeah. No.
I can steal.
you can steal.
It's Chirrut.
Another steal for Andres.
That was his name, right?
All right. So another
Sure,
steal
yeah.
there for Andres. He picked up 2 more points there. So
Man.
now we
Yeah.
have the third question for Josh Quevedo here, Mark.
He remembered
Okay,
repeats.
Josh.
Forgot
Coming
multiple
down
choice.
with your
Yeah.
third of 5.
It's
Your
kind of a
fourth
bummer.
question. And your query is, what villain makes the argument all who gain power are afraid to lose it, even the Jedi?
Ooh.
Can you go ahead and repeat the question?
That's the last one.
Is that
Yes,
Dooku?
What villain makes the argument all who gain power are afraid to lose it, even the Jedi?
Is that Dooku?
I can't remember.
5.
Chancellor Palpatine.
2 points, and he's
Oh,
Points for Josh.
there you go.
That was
Palpatine.
big. That was a big.
I thought that was too easy, but-
he was finding himself in trouble there. But he's just 2. Okay.
all right, Josh. Your penultimate question, round number 2.
Roxy wants to. Roxy, it's in between the question. In general, we should remind there's multiple choice options in general. Just letting people know. Don't forget about multiple choice. So that is you're allowed to do that. All right, go ahead.
Right, and no penalty for missing a question.
No.
But there is stealing, as we've seen. So your penultimate question in
So
round
he's already out of repeats.
point and a tie.
Yeah. He burned them all.
Count Dooku first recruited Jango Fett at what inner rim location?
Shoot.
5, 4,
Go multiple.
3.
Camino.
Incorrect.
Camino's like outer rim.
Ace.
Wow. I used to know this one. Moons of Festoon? I don't know.
It's a good guess. Your younger self might have told you it was the Moons of Bogdan.
Ooh. Ooh.
I was there last week.
Josh has
That's a
13.
one quick line. You
Ace
have to
has
remember that
15.
line.
So
Yeah.
If Josh can hit this next one, he can tie it up. All right, Mark. Next one.
Jeez.
Last question, Josh, for the tie. In the Star Wars saga films, Who describes a disguised Leia as fearless and inventive?
Jabba.
Yeah, I like this bounty hunter. And with Leia was the Boosh.
She's my kind of scum.
Yeah.
Can we go for multiple choice?
Certainly. For 1 point, I'm going to give you 4 options.
Because he has a thermal detonator.
Jabba the Hutt, C. Greedo,
Oh, 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 oh,
Boba
oh,
Fett.
oh, oh.
Jabba the Hutt.
I almost said Boba Fett. You're correct. For 1 point. And
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
13,
Boba Fett, where?
but he finds himself down as now it is now Andres who is going to be having his turn at spinning the wheel.
Oh, that's right.
Just remember, during this round, please keep your hands up, and same with you, Andres.
He says it
Get these questions
on Camino when
All right,
Obi-Wan
let's get that
talks to him.
wheel up there.
where is it? Oh, it's so
A man called Tyrannus.
Spring Winston in. We'll drop Josh out here. Winston.
Ooh, boy. Ooh, boy. Them steals, boy. Wow.
All right. Here we go, guys. So let's get this spin.
Yeah, he's got his hands up playing that. The butterflies fly away, or however that song goes.
We have Heroes and Villains. Yeah, it's another.
right?
We already did Heroes and Villains, so it's another.
Okay. Use your mind a little bit less or a little bit harder. Right?
Heroes and Villains, a really good Beach Boy song.
And it looks like we're gonna land on. Oh, you can pick between the Force Awakens.
No,
and
that's on Return of the Jedi.
But he can also spin again.
Yeah, that's Return of the Jedi.
Either one of those.
That's more on Return of the
Oh,
Jedi then.
So, well, maybe that's huge. Okay. How you feeling?
Man, I want to try Force Awakens, but if I spin again and get something else, I don't know what I would get.
I like that we can hear them
I mean,
on this decision making.
Gotta have you pick.
I'll do Force Awakens. Fine, why not?
let's go. Let's go, son.
All right, Force Awakens is all right. Winston, we're gonna drop you out. All right. Okay.
There we are. I see hands. Ace, I don't see your last finger. All right. Well, Christian takes a quick potty break, Ace. I'm going to start answering your Force Awakens questions.
Ooh, okay.
Wow, that was a super fast P right there.
Quick. Your first, Christian, would you like me to ask the Force Awakens questions? I did go to the premiere.
I'll get it. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Just a reminder,
Gotcha.
I met George at the premiere and we exchanged.
I kind of probably would have
I
preferred
got
that they
you.
picked
Sorry
Jedi
about that.
over
All right, here
Force
we go.
Awakens, but
First one.
Yeah.
Where does Finn want to go after he visits Maz Kanata's castle with Rey and Han Solo to escape the First Order?
not back to Jakku.
Not back to Jakku. Why does everyone want to go to Jakku?
Why is everyone trying to go back to Jakku?
It's not based on location. He wants to get away from the First Order.
Or it's somewhere 3, but where? 2.
Outer Rim.
That's correct.
Oh,
Okay. So it's not a specific location. It's more of just an area.
Challenge. You shouldn't challenge it during the question. You should probably challenge it afterwards. But it's correct for 2 points. All right. Next question. Corsella and Chancellor Villashem perish on which planet?
Oh,
So
Who?
one of the ones that get shot by the Starkiller base.
yeah, but they haven't
I'm going to say the Hosnian system.
planet.
It's incorrect. Josh for the steal.
Big group.
I used to know this one. That's why I'm just like thinking right now, going through my brain right now.
And 5,
I can't
4.
I can't remember that
Multiple
name.
choices, right?
Nope. 2, 1. Hosnian Prime.
That's what
Oh, that's a bummer.
Oh.
I'm so mad about that.
Oh, that's a bummer.
The most delicious part of the Hosnian.
That's
That's right.
oof.
3. Despite only appearing in the Nema Outpost chase sequence for a few frames, this cult favorite law enforcing character has his own action figure.
It's Star Wars. Everyone has their own action figure.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Goss Towers, B, Tam Posla, C, Constable Zubio, D, Tashu Leash?
Damn, I don't know.
Studio.
Correct for 1 point.
Okay.
All right.
Oofa.
14.
Oh, rough.
Now we get to question number 4.
Tell which Star Wars movie I haven't seen that
The
much.
Force Awakens. Sorry about that.
How many portions does Unkar Plut offer to BB-8?
60 portions.
That is correct.
Wow. 1/4 portion.
Here's
One quarter
last question
portion.
here for you, Andres.
Freaking Simon Pegg.
Is the name of the Benedito X-Wing starfighter pilot who was shot down during the Battle of Star Killer Base?
Who, what now?
It's naming a specific pilot that was shot down during the
Yeah,
battle.
folks, once again, it's the Star Wars League of
C.
Good
that just really makes me realize I don't know anything about Star Wars anymore.
Can I get
And I was
the
so confident.
choices again?
You get the multiple and it won't cost you anything for one. And that's A, Bastion, B, Nivlek, C, Yolo Zif, D, Elo Asti.
Niblet.
YOLO. You only live once.
I'm gonna go Bastion A.
It's incorrect. Josh for the steal. A, Bastion, B, Nivlek, C, Yolo Zif, D, Elo Asti.
D L-O-S.
That's correct for 1 point.
It's one of those where you have to have the action figure to know the name of the character.
Yeah, pretty much.
The round number 3 mark. Josh Quevedo sees himself down by 5 points, but we've seen people come back from bigger deficits
I
than
still
that.
wish it was some dude named YOLO.
YOLO.
That's right. You're not getting into
You only lose once.
round number 3. Together, we're gonna go through a series of numbers. Yes, math is involved. We need 3 numbers.
Hey, well, I wasn't told there would be math.
1 to 20. They may not be the same numbers as.
I did hear that there was some controversy in this match somewhere, so
2 different quarters.
Yeah.
so I'm just waiting for some controversy.
First question we ask is which
I don't know any. The only thing I knew about this is I saw that that Christian made a post that says, "Hey, we decided to the scores, blah 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 blah."
they're stealing in round number.
Apparently, there was a challenge after this went live. I don't know.
Josh has utilized all 3 of his JTE rules. Ace has not.
All right, so there's the score at the moment right now.
Scoreboard.
Andres Cabrera with 20 points with Swag, and Josh Quevedo representing the Rockstars 15 points as we get into the final round, round number 3. I'm going to start with Andres here. How many, Andres, your numbers, please?
Let's go 2, 8, and 3.
2, 8, and 3 for Andres and
Oh.
Josh.
1, 3, and 6.
Fanobi says it's coming.
Yeah, you can't have 3. Okay.
Let's do 1, 6, and 8.
He picked 8 also, so 1.
Popular numbers.
All right, 1, 6, one other one.
Let's do then. Let's do this. Let's do 10, 12, and 16.
Okay.
10, 12, and 16 for Josh. All right. So
Roxy, why did you choose that number?
Yeah,
Why did you choose that number?
Pointer.
I want to see y'all fight to the death for number 8.
Number category number 10. I'm going to do that one here, Mark.
Have at it, Christian. It's a great movie you're asking about.
That's Return of the Jedi. We're going to drop the managers out here. And
Kristen
Josh,
says they made the right
you
call
go
after the
Return of
fact, so
Jedi.
that's what the reverse was.
Who dismisses the claim that Luke has become a Jedi Knight as delusions of grandeur?
Han?
Han Solo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 points. Josh Quevedo sees himself now
After he comes back from the carbonite.
Yeah.
Is 3
Luke,
points.
Luke's a Jedi Knight.
Is number 2.
Everyone's got delusions of grandeur.
Yeah.
You chose Revenge of the Sith. All right. In Revenge of the Sith, who is the first Jedi that we see executed after Order 66 is initiated?
Alea Sakura.
Kiadi Mundi?
Alea Sakura.
5,
I think it's Kiadi.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, it might be.
Mundi.
Kiamundi is correct. 3 points.
Oh, there it is.
I mean,
Wait, he just said Mundi?
It up there.
No, he said Kiamundi. It's Kiadi.
Last second, no more JTE rule. Uses it, and now we get to Andres, who can bounce it right back to Josh and make him. But what he did there, what was really good, was huge. Was there's no chance for now Swag to take over second place should Andres win. So that was massive. That was massive.
I gotta tell you, Josh.
Yeah.
Josh put us a little bit of that, like Josh Portugues, Stacey Howard of recent memory magic.
What's the talent?
Whether or not he got that off before, after, what, like if he made it on the cutoff.
There it is.
I was looking at the clock, and when he started his words. He stumbled over his words and caught himself, but he started his words right as the clock that I have in front of me with the countdown. I was looking at it.
Does it matter if he said Key Mundi or Kiati Mundi?
But that's a good point. His full name versus,
because he said Key Mundi. But I mean, I'm just nitpicking here. I mean, I don't mind.
If you want to challenge it, you can challenge it.
I'll challenge it.
Okay.
But,
Right,
yeah.
So
Use the challenge
we'll
now.
do this, Mark. We'll put a graphic on for a second. We'll do private chat here for a second, and we'll go to either a standby or whatnot.
And I'll dance. I'll dance us out.
Okay.
Dang it, Mark.
Okay, so Winston is wondering if he said it in time, and the real challenge here is if he said like Kia Mundi or Kiati Mundi.
Writers here are confident inside of what they wrote. They
Wrong
have
name.
Kimundi inside of the answers, so we're going to stick with the challenge. We're going to stick with awarding Josh the points here,
Yeah, that's wrong.
and it is Kimundi. Sorry, Winston, but that's the decision on the writers. They're confident in it, so we're sticking with
Yeah,
my
that's
game at the moment here.
that's the wrong. Yeah, that's the wrong call.
But it is now going to be Andres Cabrera.
It's Kiati,
who's
not
going to
Kia.
take the point.
So
Yeah.
they're saying that
Catch my breath. I'm a little winded.
they questioned, I guess, the writers. The writer said that it was Kia, like Kia Mundi.
Yeah.
You selected number 2, coincidentally, and that corresponds
You bought a Kia Optima, right? Why didn't you get the Mundi when it was available?
born yet.
I was. I went to the premiere.
You were not born yet. Your question, 2 points, to regain solo possession of the lead. Who tells Qui-Gon, you Jedi are far too reckless?
That would be Padme.
Yeah.
You get 2 points.
I was about to say Watto, but he's right. It's Padme.
All right, so now we go to the next. This is now Josh.
We would not
Cabrera.
approve. I do not
Josh,
approve.
5 points here. 5-point chose category number 16. If you hit this, it bounces back to Andres. If you miss it, then Swag gets the victory, and Andres will go on to compete against Ken Knapsack. Category 16. Category 16. You chose Heroes. Heroes.
Mm.
In Solo, a Star Wars story.
Ugh.
What is the name of the street racer pal of Han Solo that inspires Solo to pull off a daring maneuver during the Kessel Run?
I don't know. I saw the movie once and I hated it.
And your winner, ladies and gentlemen, representing Swag, he is Andres Ace Cabrera.
Needles.
It was Needles. The answer was Needles.
Yeah.
Let's wait for Back to the Future.
22,
Yeah.
20. Wins the match. They take the match.
Needles was in there. Yeah. Okay.
Second
Played by
place
Flea?
here.
That was a Flea, wasn't it? Yeah.
Big win here by Andres. Played really, really well. So let's bring in both. We'll bring in Roxy and Josh in just a second. But let's bring in Andres, Winston. Look, let's start with you, Ace. Big win here. I mean, you looked confident. You looked calm. There's a couple of questions that I think that you know, the Hosni and Prime thing, I think beat you up just a little bit.
Oh, that killed me.
But you look
Yeah.
focused. You look focused, and you know, you're starting to seem to pay off. Do you think that was the case?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I mean, obviously, I know Star Wars, and I'm very much more confident in Star Wars.
Yeah.
But having this opportunity to now take everything that I've already studied and do this trivia match, like I'm not joking when I say I want to keep going further. And all those questions I missed, I'm going to make sure I prep and make sure I get those right as well. Because I know those Force Awakens questions, I could have gotten those, and I'm upset about that still. So
Yeah.
We'll do
Winston, gotta be
Final
feeling
thoughts
good
in a
here
moment.
I
about,
want perfection, man.
I want to hear what they're saying.
I want perfection.
we get it though. You gotta feel
Oh,
good about
wow.
eight there. You gotta feel good about it.
I got 2 things to say. I mean, the first is I told y'all the boy was hungry. I
Hello, Winston.
this isn't even to you guys or the fans, it's to you, Ace. I am so incredibly proud of you. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, I understand the stuff that you missed, but it doesn't even matter. You blew out all the work that we did. You did better than all of our practices. I am so absolutely proud of you, man. So let's go. On the flip side of things, I don't know if maybe it's something to talk about after the fact. I still, because I know the difference that was between a win
and TKO. I know. Look, I know you're gonna look. The problem is that we've got to go with what is in front of us with the writer's document, and that was in front of the writer's document. That was what the writers were competent inside of it. The writers prepped their document beforehand. We researched. We're live too. I looked again and checked with the writers. Looked at the document. It was highlighted. So the writers. That's what the writers had in there. So we have to look at it. That is that.
I get it. I guess it's just because like Qui-Gon Jinn. It's a 3-name. So someone just said Qui-Jin. That wouldn't be right. So that's why I'm bringing that up. But I understand. That's fine. I will take the ruling.
From what we're on, where we're live, we have to get it.
I get it. I take the ruling. I'm voicing my opinion.
I do refer to him as Qui-Jin from time to time. Winston, I just have one question for both of you. Maybe Winston start, then go to Ace. Is that we just watched a documentary about a team who only became champions once they got knocked down a few times. So I want to ask about the experience.
I'm kind of bummed they don't have Jin on here right now.
Yeah. The nerd knowledge, not just related to Star Wars. Did that loss?
I get that they can only have 6 technically, but they could at least.
Yes, of course.
They could still have Jin backstage, I think.
I want to redeem myself, but as Christian said before, and as I've said before, I'm doing it not just for myself, because obviously I want to win and I'm hyper competitive, but also for my faction and for Winston, who actually drafted me and who took the time to do that. So it's like, if he drafted me, then I'm going to prove that I'm actually worth something.
Fair enough. And then look, Andres, one more thing here, man. You got now you got your old master.
Oh yes.
And
yeah.
The pit boss. That is the play-in match. You know, obviously.
Oh yeah,
that's good.
The faction. Because of this win, you guys are now. It is.
That's going to be a good match. I think they're pretty.
You have a chance to.
They should be pretty evenly matched from what I just saw from Ace.
And Knapsack.
Yeah.
Obviously,
that'll be good.
He's on the Burning Drew, but this is a match that we've been wondering about. Could it happen? How do you feel about Ken going into this match?
I am so excited to face off against Ken. I was telling Winston before that I don't want to overlook Josh, and I wasn't trying to, but I was always looking towards Ken. I was already doing that because I want the opportunity to face a former champ, someone I've known forever, as you guys know, someone who I did Jedi Council with, Force Center connections. Like, we've done podcasts about Star Wars. Like, this is something that I know, a challenge I want to take on, and I think I can do it, honestly.
No, I'm sorry, no more challenges.
Yeah,
please, no challenges.
It was one of those things, and I feel like Ace is one of the people that I've been talking to the most, and it's so funny because we had a long talk before his first match against Robert Parker, and he was like, "Bro, I'm gonna be real. I'm working my butt off. I got to make this money. Like, I don't know if I'm ready for this." Etc.
Chris, is it something that we need to be doing a reaction for here, or is it something that we could just watch later on our own? Because we've got a limited amount of time right now. I don't know if there's like storyline stuff that we need to be paying attention to. Then we might stick around for that. Otherwise, call it.
An incredible victory. So I'm ready for it. Let the pit boss. Come on now, let's go. I ain't worried about it.
Well, that is going to be the next match, or the first match in the actual tournament will be Andres Cabrera and the pit boss Ken Knapsack. There it is, right there, and then obviously Laura Kelly.
They got that graphic done quick
with Joseph Scrimshaw, Andrew.
They probably had it ahead of time with
officially
the one who wins.
Yeah, they had two
starting
drawn up.
Like the end of the Super Bowl, they have like the 2 sets of shirts ready to put on.
Back in a little bit here to talk to some of the fans. We're going to have the fans even bring in some of the fans. So our patrons, by the way, will have the opportunity. We're going to send out a link to for the stream.
Yeah, so I don't really check point stuff. Initially, they said they would tie the dim. So is that getting extra points for the KO? I'm not sure because I know this is a play-in match and there's less points awarded for a play-in match than there are for normal matches. So I'm not sure if that actually, if that's true or not.
And Roxy Schreier. Let's start with you there, Josh. I mean, look, man, it's tough. As a first match, there's a lot of pressure to come into on your first match into the league, live match, 1,800 people here watching the match. And
that's a lot of people. We've got what, 7?
Yeah. Like maybe the game got away from you.
Yeah, we got up to 11 at one point. We're good.
You know what, though, man? Look, listen.
And I'm thankful for every single one of them because I wasn't expecting anybody to show up tonight.
I did better.
There was a lot of people streaming.
I'll be honest with that.
Thinking when it comes to the movie Solo, and so I'm a little disappointed in myself with that. But, however, I can actually overcome that, by just,
I'm not
just giving
disappointed
it
in my
just a
lack of knowledge of
rewatch,
Solo.
whatever, and just kind of figure out. Really, though, it's
Quite proud
just
that I don't
my
know
first
anything about that
time,
movie.
You know, and like you said, like I've been trying to, you know, get in the mix with you all and everything, and it's been great, man. It's fun. It's great fun, and I had a lot of fun with competing with Ace, and he's a great opponent for somebody who's here for the first time. He was somebody that I'd like to match with and all that stuff, but you know, my confidence level is still on high, so I'm just like, you know, I'm just kind of disappointed with myself just a little bit, but you know, there's always, you know, you can always come back and kick ass again. So
Fun to do on your first match in there. Roxy, you got to be proud of him. I saw you were really rooting him on there in the first round. How you feeling here? Winston's got you there, two in a row.
Ace, I still think you're so cute, though. You know, it was a heck of a win from him, and I think that Ace is really hungry for this right now, and I do think sometimes it takes losing to win. And I think this is the first step of losing to win for the Jester. It was round 2 was a bear today, and this 100% comes down to the fact that we got to drill. He has the knowledge. We got to drill Josh on the game.
He's got to do some training with Alex.
Figure out the game end of things. Multiple choice was not in our minds today, and I think that, you know, when you're not live in studio, it's hard to communicate and talk to your players and to really get on the same team. So
Movie Trivia Brodown. It was all fun. Good night. Thanks, MovieFanobi. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate it. Always glad to have you here.
Yeah, and by the way, so something else to be brought to attention. Another reason why that the Kyle Mundy thing does not stand is because Winston already had burned a challenge. He had already burned a challenge beforehand too, and he had lost the challenge. So whether or not, you know, the name was correct or incorrect on that particular one, Winston burned through his challenge. Challenge wouldn't have stood anyway because
did he use a challenge like on the line thing?
One of those like last second, you know, oh, I figured out his name.
Yeah, I think so.
I know who it is, and it just
Wait, just to clarify, just so I know, what was the first challenge? I don't even remember there being a first challenge.
First challenge inside of the clarification on when Josh was moving when he was saying his name of one of the.
Oh, so same question, you mean? Like the first part was him challenging the clock, and the second part was him challenging clarification?
It's something that we've just got to work on in general with the. So we'll look at it with the writers and everything too. So it was just something that had gotten in the mix. So we'll look, and Mark and I are going to talk about it afterwards.
Yeah, if I can just take it back to round 1 for a second. Josh, I know you're disappointed because you lost, but I mean, what does it feel like to get a perfect round in Star Wars? But then have your
that's hard.
It would have felt great if I remembered it was Vader that spun.
Like, are you still nervous going into round 2?
That's okay. I got it for you.
And that's why we would make a great team.
Not at all, because when I was
also glad there's no teams Star Wars division.
You know, just getting the answer right and everything, and but no, there was nothing there that could distract me from from.
That's what I was wondering. They never actually said officially that was a challenge.
It's just it was one of those things. It's just I said needles.
That might fall on Christian for because Christian was answering Winston's question, but didn't clarify
through with it. Are you officially challenging?
But
yeah, he didn't clarify with him that he was actually challenging.
Disrupt my confidence level or anything. So it just I like a challenge, and so yeah.
Well, you got a challenge. I mean,
I'll say this about Josh: I would love to go over to his house and play Star Wars toys.
Yeah, look at that collection.
Yeah,
welcome.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
All right, well, look, Roxy, I know it's got to be a bit of a heartbreak here, obviously.
Yeah, for sure, Christian, for sure. I started tearing up watching. This is a challenging one for the Roxstars and for us not to be able to be together during this time. I know for everybody that's challenging.
Yeah, she's out of the tournament now the rest of the way.
I just want to hug you right now, Josh. I know I'm a tough cookie on the outside.
She didn't have any other Star Wars.
And it's hard to lose your first match.
No, each faction only really had one in there.
Round 1, you're there. We just gotta
because there's an odd number of factions that had to have a play in.
Down as a manager today because I needed to make sure that you were stronger in round 2. So we'll be back and we'll be better than ever next time.
Not at all, Roxy. You've been you no pun intended, but you rock, and everything has been you've been.
She's got to rely on
a great manager. So
she got to rely on the IG tournament now.
More in the future, so
she's got Damon
so
and
we got this definitely for sure.
All right, well, thank you, Roxy, and thank you. I'm going to drop you guys off here.
She's got to rely on Quevedo,
Josh,
Damon,
Justin, Quevedo,
Damon
and
in
Roxy
IG now.
Stryer. Thank you guys. All right, so if you guys can, if both Roxy and Josh can drop out of the stream, we can have some of the players, some of the patrons come in here and talk to both Winston and.
So we got about another 30 minutes here.
All right, so guys, we're gonna
We'll
start
call
here
it.
too. This is a big. We have some.
So
we have
that's what was the question is. Was it Krista was saying that we should keep watching? But is there something that's actually like storyline related in this?
Oh man, amazing!
You got a
I
question,
love it.
Andres or Winston?
Jerry.
Well, the real question is, how far do you think you can go, Ace? You surprised me. Good job.
No. I mean, I told Winston and I told
There.
everyone. I'm
Let's do
playing
this.
the finals. Like,
Let's do this for now. Yeah, Krista, let us know if there's actually something like storyline-wise we need to pay attention to. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and just watch the Q&A later. Not do it on the stream.
Yeah.
I think they're going to end up doing this for every match during the tournament also, so might be something we have to consider.
Yeah, especially because we kind of just decided to do this live reaction like what, an hour before you actually put up the link and made it available. So
Yeah.
we're like, let's just do it live. Like, so yeah, we're kind of pressed for time on this tonight, and I know we want to get our thoughts out on this.
Yep. But anyway, yeah, let's do that. Let's just talk about this good match. It was a good first showing for Josh. I mean, coming out here and just kind of. I mean, like they said, you got a perfect first round. That's never an easy thing to do for anybody whenever it's their first time out. So
No, a perfect round right out the gate, no matter what division of the Schmoedown you're in, is difficult.
yeah. Granted, they're not under studio lights right now, so that
Again, going back to what I was saying before,
plays a little different. But
yeah, would that have been different had they same exact questions, but actually in the studio? Would that have played out different? Would they have gotten a perfect match or a perfect round?
Yeah,
on there. I'm also wondering at what, like, as far as the challenge of the name and stuff. I'm guessing. I mean, he really did just miss the name.
Mm-hmm.
He did say like Ki Mundi instead of Kiati Mundi.
Yeah, Kia Mundi.
Yeah. So is that something that would have been picked up more? It would have been more like easier to hear in the studio compared to doing like this live.
Here's the thing where I think that changes for in the studio is typically in the studio you'll have a bunch of other people in the studio as well. You'll have like a Rachel Cushing type, or you'll have for like an IG or like Star Wars. You'll have somebody else in the studio who also knows Star Wars who will jump in on the challenge, kind of confer also with them, and we'll say, no, wait, his name is Kiati Mundi, not Kia Mundi. In which case, at that time, they would have been able to make the proper call in that moment. So that is something that you do lose in this scenario, in which case, yes, now you're looking at what they're having to do here, which is we just have to make a call live. You know, if it's the wrong call, it's the wrong call. We'll figure it out after the fact, and we'll reverse things. It works out for this, outside of the fact that I'm not sure. I'm guessing it does change whether Ace got a TKO or just a regular win, and whether that affects his record or how it affects his record. In some cases, it might affect the faction's record too, in terms of points being able to be earned.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something that they're probably going to have to work on and figure out for these kind of live stream scenarios. That could get a little hairy.
Yeah, so I mean, otherwise, going to the fact that this was the first like again, ignoring the exhibition matches, this was the first like live stream going into a tournament type setup. I think it was done very well.
Yeah. I think there's a huge benefit to having done those exhibitions first, though. I think those are good practice first runs to get yourself worked up and ready to know how to do a tournament.
Get the kinks out type of thing. Kind of like us doing this right now. This is the first time we've done a share the screen on like a StreamYard setup.
A live reaction.
Which, and here's the thing, we actually could have done this as well with our OBS tagline setup as well. There is a way through OBS to be able to share the screen. Problem is I don't want to mess with like the stupid echo on the microphone or whatever. So I figured this is a better presentation.
Echo on the microphone, and just in order to set all that up, it takes a lot of work, moving some big pieces of equipment and stuff. Yeah, no, I think we do it this way for this whole tournament.
Yeah. So that being said, like basically what he was saying is we will probably be doing the live stream reactions like this for this whole tournament, at least on the ones that are going to be played on Twitch.
Yeah, for the Star Wars tournament, we'll probably be doing them like this. If this is a format that a lot of people like and we have room to maybe play around with it again in the future, I don't see any reason why we can't kind of jump back into this for some reactions in the future, when need be. But
yeah, here's the thing. The one thing I like about this is, yeah, we have a lot we got to still work on tonight. Again, this was last minute put together. This is actually like really good as far as getting content out while being a time saver, because now I'm not having to edit a video. Exactly. We've got this out. You can see it as soon as this is done. It's up on our YouTube channel. People can go back and rewatch it. I'm liking this setup. So, I mean, as far as like Twitch goes, I'm liking this so far.
It's not bad. It's not bad. Real quick before we start wrapping things up and stuff, we're going to have to. You don't even have like the extra image here. Yeah, we're gonna have to work on our own bracket, kind of figure out, how we want to do this. We will have at least one bracket, if not a separate bracket, depending on whether or not we agree on some of these things. For this tournament, we might have two brackets, but anyway, we'll have brackets going forward on this. That way, we can show you who we've got, and kind of keep track of our brackets and whether or not we end up winning at the end.
Well said.
Yeah,
huge question of the English language there.
Should have read more books when I was younger. But yeah, for this next one though, let's just do this real quick since we got Ace winning, even with the rule reversal that it looks like they do after the fact. Ace is still coming out the winner here. He's going to be facing up against Ken.
Yeah.
I mean, who do we have for that one? Because that's going to be, like I said before, this is going to be a good match because the showing that he's had here was, I think, pretty close to what Ken is capable of.
Here's the thing, and this might be considered a hot take, but I believe I would consider it a hot take only because I don't know if people are actually going to be verbalizing this yet. Ace was good. I do not believe that he is going to make it through this tournament. There's just a lot of very steep competition, and that's before you even get to Alex Damon. Yes, he's going to, and again, I don't have the bracket in front of me, so I don't see how this is all going to exactly line up. But I mean, you've got players in there like Laura Kelly is in there. You've got Sean Sullivan. You've got Andrew DeMolanta. I mean, you've got Scrimshaw in there. And then, yes, his next match, he's going to be taking on Ken Knapsack, who's wrote a freaking book on Star Wars.
And has held the Star Wars belt before.
Exactly.
Let's go back to that Iron Man match between him and Sam. You saw how well he performs at Star Wars in the highest of pressure situations. And by a point.
And here's the thing. I would say, don't get me wrong. I love the Star Wars movies. I'm the type of person that I do remember things about movies, especially movies I love. I do remember them a lot more, have a better recall than I would just any other like movie. But I do believe like even Ace showed that he had more knowledge than I would say either of us did on there.
For sure. For sure.
Which again is why I don't want to play Star Wars. But yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of very steep competition. If he's able to make it through, that's going to be absolutely amazing. Just because that's an underdog story. But again, I'm eager to see where he's going to go with this next match just because it is up against Ken Knapsack. And I'm eager to see where this whole tournament's going to lie because there's people that have proven themselves pretty decent at Star Wars. Who knows how much they've actually been studying? Could Scrimshaw all of a sudden turn around and be the one who gets to take on Damon again?
That's the thing. I've heard this said before. I know they talked about it through various SCN and backstage and all that, where other people's streams where they're talking about the tournament. It is being quoted as a pick'em tournament, which means literally anybody could win this. Any one of these names is capable of winning this tournament. It is going to come down to the questions that are asked. Are they asking the right questions to the competitors who are in that game? Because that's why I feel confident in saying, there's a chance that you got a Sean Sullivan beating out Laura Kelly, because it literally could come down to Laura Kelly being asked the wrong questions. I mean, it's that simple. Now, you never know, because I mean, everyone's probably going to have their favorites. People are probably going to be picking the Molly Damon over Adam Witt. People are going to be picking probably Scrimshaw over Demolanta, because Scrimshaw's played more, won more, experienced more than Demolanta. There's all sorts of options here. So I mean, yeah, that's when we come back to Ken versus Ace. Ken has been a belt holder in the Star Wars division. He's experienced more. He's had more live event playing. He's got all sorts of stuff. So everybody's popping in right before we're about to be done here.
Sorry, I feel like I might be a little late on this one. Yeah, so
just a smidge, but it's no worries. We understood that it's kind of a last minute decision to do this, and there was a bunch of other people streaming at the same time, so it is what it is. But yeah, I am looking forward to the pretty much all the matches in this thing now, because they're all going to be good. They're all going to be amazing. Yeah, and so far so good. I mean, challenge aside, the Twitch stuff, the StreamYard Twitch stuff, it's running smooth enough right now. So I'm excited to see more of what they can do with this, how this system is now. So
yeah.
Let's call it a night. I'm hungry, and we've still got to do a reaction to that Tenet trailer that dropped.
Oh yeah, so movie trailer came out today. We need to do a reaction to that, because it's been many moons since we've had a movie trailer reaction on this channel.
It's been at least 2 Tatooine suns.
Yeah. So we need to go do that as well. Get that up, and then I got to go to bed because I got to be at work early tomorrow. So that's gonna do it. Yeah, that's gonna do it for this. Again, as we typically will say, go over to the Schmoedown Entertainment Network. Go over there. Make sure you like and comment on this video. That helps them out. The video. Well, okay. So this video was on Twitch. So go over to the Schmoedown Entertainment Network or Movie Trivia Schmoedown, the Schmoedown account over on Twitch, and like, comment, whatever you do over there. Buy them cotton candy. I don't know Twitch, so again, have to get used to Twitch apparently.
Yeah,
go over to Twitch, help them out. Go to YouTube, help them out.
Hit that little follow button over there.
Everything you see by them, just help them out. That's fantastic. And also subscribe, follow them, Twitch, whatever the Twitch version of subscribe is.
There's a little heart. You just hit the follow.
Oh, is that it? You just heart them? Well, go over there and heart them hard, like a good hard heart follow.
So anyway, guys, what you need to do for us is we have our own channel that you can like and subscribe to us here. It is the Cinefanatics. There is a little like button. Hit that for us. So it do a lot to help us. There's a bunch of other things that you can do to help us also. We got a Patreon that's up wherever my fingers. There you go. Yeah, Patreon's up there. Again, if you like what you're seeing and you want to help support us and help us not only keep the lights on, but get brighter lights and greater things. He's doing a video of Drew copying of what I'm doing. Do like Tom. Anyway, all sorts of stuff. All right, are you going to behave? I'm on you. Anyway, guys, all sorts of stuff to check out, everything that we're doing. But
you can follow us on our individual Twitter, Instagram handles. It's the ones below. Oh, really? Is that okay?
That's brilliant. I love it. Thanks, Garth.
Fantastic. Now, okay, there's our handles now.
Yeah.
So you can follow us Twitter, Instagram. That's our handles on both of those platforms. Robert Adams MLP is also my handle on Letterboxd. Come follow me over there. Follow us. We are the Cinefanatics MLP. And subscribe to the Schmoedown Twitch for $4.99 per month if you can. Sure. I'm not sure what that gets you, but yeah, we'll look into that.
It's another way of supporting them.
Oh, well, that's cool too. Go over to their Patreon, help them out there. Also, just yeah.
Got it.
So follow us, Cinefanatics MLP, on Twitter and Instagram.
Move on.
Oh, okay. Also, again, come back here Tuesday nights. I'm not going to throw the graphic up again, but Tuesday nights for the tagline. We have something special planned for this coming Tuesday. I'm not going to mention exactly what it is here yet. Okay. Wrong background.
Overlay?
The overlay, yes.
There it is.
Yeah. So come back. We're going to have something special planned for this coming Tuesday. Follow us on our social media. We're going to start dropping information about it. So as we get closer, it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm really excited. We just pulled this together today.
Yeah,
and I'm excited as to where this is going to go. So especially for those of y'all who are fans of the Schmoedown, come back. Come back on Tuesday night, 9:30 p.m. Central Time. Tagline. It's going to be great.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that just about covers it. So comment this video here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button that's down below. There's also a subscribe button that's up there above his head. Make sure you hit that. And over here off the side are a couple other videos that we have made. Make sure you watch those as well. And as always...
Is all that stuff really there?
No, it's not, but I'm so used to saying that I have no idea what to do at this point in time. So,
okay.
Later.
See you guys.
That was awkward.
It's still awkward because I haven't ended the broadcast yet, you dummy.
Well, awkwardly end it.
There we go. There it goes. All right. And, yep.